looking for things to watch on YouTube last night. Video of ways to communicate better with your cat. Listicle. Definitely AI narration. That got me afraid that I'm doing wrong by my cats. And then I had a dream. It ended up becoming me taking one of my cats, just one of my cats, out like with me on an adventure, basically, like visiting a city or something. And my cat, by the way, kept changing between Stevie and Melvin. It was like both my cats, but just one cat, because it's a dream, it just condensed it. My one cat goes missing, and at this point it's Melvin. He's like basically abducted by something. Everyone in the dream was like trying to calm me down. They're like, that's all right, at least we know where Melvin is, there we can get him back. And I was like sobbing, and I was just like, that's my son. And I woke up and I was kind of like, what's a dry heave but a sob? Like, Melvin, the long-haired black cat specifically, seems like he came from a bit of a troubled background. He's missing a couple like beans on one of his front paws. He gets around fine, and I get him checked up. It took a long time for him to open up. And now that he has, he's very much always coming up to me and just like putting his face on my face and like keeping it there. Just the idea of hurting, specifically things that I have to take some sort of caretaker role for. There's some situations where I would prefer that all of the things that I think happened in my household were in my head. There were stretches of time I just entertained that notion, and I lived that way, and it was good until it wasn't. I have to keep pushing forward, and I have to put myself in situations where I know I'm scared. Even with just these two cats, I just get terrified of scaring them. I want their lives to be as positive and happy as possible. And I think that's another big weak spot with me, where I want that with a lot of people here and there who will take advantage of that. You know, give an inch, take a mile. But it's not just their faults, it's my fault for being too accommodating. Just become kind of the vague blob of whatever they need me to be and not what I need me to be. I see a lot of missed opportunities I should have gone with. A lot of clear choices of people who would be positive and constructive in my life. Not just a bunch of yes people, but like constructive people who would have built me up. And I hurt them by basically leading them on, realizing at the last second that I probably am not good enough to fall back to kind of like the easy. By easy, I mean like people who've done this before, who are experienced at just kind of roping people in. I'm a good mark. That's me.